Hey folks, DC7 here. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. This is Farming Simulator 2013. We're in Belgique Profonde 2 and running the more realistic mod. So I was up here having a look at that Field 40, the one we kind of accidentally bought. And, well, she ain't nothing to write home about, I'll give you that. Kind of a tiny, reasonable shape, but a little bit tiny and really hard to get to. But while I was having a look at it, I happened to notice there was this lovely big field of potatoes that needed harvesting. And since we have this, albeit not terribly user-friendly, potato topper, I thought I'd break it out, hook up the Schluter tractor, and see how they do. And so far, not bad. Not bad. Of course, we don't get anything for cutting the tops off. But we'll get there. I'm sure we'll haul enough potatoes out of here to at least get our piggies started, which is nice. So far I haven't dealt with any of the animals. All I've done is gone around to a fair few of the fields that were running crops and more or less helped myself. I guess is about the only way to put it. And how did we do with all that? Well, let's have a look here, shall we? Let's go to, oops. Just press the right button. And stats, here we go. So straw, yeah, we've got more straw than we're ever going to use. Sugar beets were there, the potatoes were there, the corn didn't do too badly. We got about one trailer out of that entire giant field. So barley we're good on, wheat we're good on. Again, not gigantic amounts, but you got to keep in mind when you harvest a field that's there when the scenario starts, they likely haven't exactly, you know, put the time in making sure it's all absolutely as good as it can be. I spent a little bit of money buying a new forage wagon. I did not sell our little bucky truck because, quite frankly, it is going to come in quite useful. Getting into areas like where the pigs are, into the cattle barns themselves and the feeding sheds, all of that stuff. It's kind of nice to have something that's as self-contained as the little Buckner truck is. Plus the fact that none of those areas really require the 40-something thousand that the forage wagon will manage. But it was reaching a point where some of the fields I was pulling straw off of, I was getting one row and then the machine was full and I'd have to drive all the way back down to the farm and, you know, that sort of thing. Are we about to have a collision here? Ah, I have no idea what just happened. Yep. Damn. Sorry. Sorry about that, buddy. Carry on. Pretend it never happened. That's it. Messed up my line, man. There we are. Lower it back down and do another row. So yeah, this is actually kind of nice that I discovered this, because it is the last thing we kind of require to get critters going is some kind of a root crop. Well, not the last thing. I mean, we don't have silage yet. Our blanket has not yet come off. So, and of course we don't have mixed rations. We're a ways away from that. I haven't cut any grass yet, so we don't even have grass. But again, the forage wagon is going to help us a lot with the grass mowing. The Buckner wagon will pick grass up, but we don't have, I don't think anyway, a windrower in it yet, so yeah. I'd rather, I think, if I'm going to take the tractor out with the mower on it and tow something, then it's going to prove a lot quicker than taking the tractor out with the mower, doing some mowing, and then going back and getting the bucky truck and going back out and sucking up the grass. So we all know how that works. this is going to take a while. And you don't get to hire a worker when it comes to potatoes and beets unless you've dropped the required $500,000 and bought one of the big Maxtrons. Now, how is it that following straight furrows, I'm down to only harvesting a row here? Now, I don't want to cut in and chomp a big piece out of the middle, so I guess we'll just put up with this till the end of it. Other things going on the channel. Well, I've got a series going that's kind of doing a comparative between Farming Giant and Farming Manager. Two games with sort of very, very similar play style, similar goals and strategies. They are definitely an overlapping genre. But there's somewhere between 15 and 20 years separates them. So, one being a 2014 game, the other coming out, well, long before that. Think Diablo 2 type times. So, I don't know. Series is, well, we'll see how it does. It's obviously a little more difficult than just doing a straight up kind of, follow me game here for 30 minutes and posting it, because there is a little bit more editing to do, and you got to a little bit more thinking to keep each one at the same level and stuff. But other than that, it's alright. I've also started, for the first time in almost a year, a new Minecraft series. So, I'm hoping that it does get a little bit of viewership. I originally started with Minecraft and almost gave up doing YouTube at one point because I just wasn't getting any views. And then did some reasonably good episodes with Farming Simulator and decided I'd stay in because people seem to want to watch that. So, but after going at Farming Simulator for a year now, I think she's almost time to... Are you serious? Well, this may seem really dopey, but that's just not acceptable. I mean, I'm about to say how much I've put into playing this game, and it doesn't appear I'm even capable of driving a straight line yet after 500-something hours of play. So, there we go. What else have I got going on? I've actually found another game that's kind of neat, but I haven't decided yet if I want to put it up or not. It's a real-time strategy farming game. Biggest difference is there is no tractors, no harvesters, no plows, none of that. It takes place quite a long time ago, and you are out there with a hoe and a shovel and a saw to prune trees and you name it. So kinda neat. I might do a walkthrough of it. It's really interesting. It's one of those games that you can sit down and while away a few evenings at it, or you could sit down with your 8-year-old niece or nephew and while away a few evenings at it, because it's definitely a friendlier sort of simulator than either the Ag Sims, the Pro Farmer, or the Farm Simulator. So, and this field is just going to take forever. My goodness. Oh well. Let's just stop for a sec here, and let's go back to our specifications, shall we? Let's see what's going on. I have 3 eggs. Apparently talking to the rooster did help a little bit. I've noticed with him, he gets pretty slack if you don't keep on him. So, what else we got? We know we have lots of storage for straw. No mixed rations, no silage, no grass. So, yeah, that needs to be worked on before we can seriously think about getting some cattle. Blah, 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 blah. We have 25 cows. They're currently at 5%, and we get a little bit of milk. A little bit of liquid manure. So, but, I mean, we've given them nothing. They don't even have straw yet, so we can't expect much. Same with our sheep. They are producing a little bit, but they have no grass, they have no water, so they're not going to do anything else. Chickens, for some reason, with no wheat, no water, they're at 100% productivity. Apparently talking to the rooster really helped. And then, of course, we haven't dealt with any of our beefy, piggy, fattening... Oop, honk of a horn? Perfect. Or any of that sort of thing. So there we be with that end of it. And, oops. Turn on the machine, weirdo. Alright. There we go. But we will, I think, next episode, I will, between harvesting these guys, like actually pulling them out of the ground, I think the other thing we'll concern ourselves with is just that. Starting to get at least our on-the-farm animals, our chickens and our cows, taken care of to whatever degree we can. I couldn't really do it up till now either because I didn't want to forward time with all of these crops in these fields. But by the same token, none of the grass was cuttable yet. It was all in a state of growth. So, you know, especially as far as the sheep goes, without grass, there's really no point in even thinking about the fact that you've got a whole barn full of them there. So, there you go. Of course, in real life it would be, because you'd have a whole barn full of starving sheep and you'd need to throw them grass. The game's a little more forgiving, so it kind of leaves them in stasis until you actually start mucking about with them. Yeah. Alright. So, I don't know. This is where we're at, guys. I want to bring everybody up to speed. We have a lot of fields have been harvested, believe me. I did, what, 22, 21, 6, 7, 9, 11, what else? I think 17 had crop as well. So, yeah. We brought in a lot of fields. Like I said, didn't perhaps get as much in the way of yields as we would have liked, but hey. That's a part of it. And as I've said many times, the game doesn't take those extra little TLC steps that we do to make sure the crops are going to come up as bulky and, you know, through the roof as they can be, which is, of course, what we do every single time. Or at least we try. Alright. Well, I'm sure you've seen enough of me drive up and down this field and yammer away at you. So, I think it's just about time to call her an episode. Please leave comments, likes, subscribe if you would. That would be real nice. But, other than that, as I say, always nice to see your comments. Seems my viewers are a pretty bright lot on average. But, yeah. Until next time, guys, take care of each other. This has been Species 7. Ciao for now.